A prenuptial agreement determines who gets what when spouses divorce. These agreements are also known as prenups. In Alaska, a prenup doesn't cover negotiations over custody and childcare payments. It deals only with debts and assets. In this video, we'll cover what prenuptial agreements are, what to consider before you sign one, and what makes a prenup legally permissible in Alaska. Make sure to watch to the end of this video so you can get an official fillable prenup that'll hold up in Alaska. Alaska has not adopted the Uniform Prenuptial Agreement Act, which most states use to govern prenups. Getting familiar with a couple of precedents in Alaska is a good starting point for understanding how the state handles these agreements. In 1983, the court ruled it was the court's job to do three things after a divorce: decide which assets are considered marital property and which assets are considered separate, determine the value of the marital property, and equally distribute what is considered shared. The ruling clarified the difference between equal and equitable. Equitable doesn't mean both spouses get the same amount. It means that the court acknowledges the circumstances of each individual before and during the marriage. In a legal opinion published in 1987, a judge wrote that the Supreme Court of Alaska would join the courts that recognize fair prenups as valid. Today, the state's court can declare the prenup void if it's found to be unconscionable. What this means is that the terms are extremely unfair. This doesn't mean one spouse gets more than the other in a divorce. This means that, for example, one spouse gets so little he or she has to go on welfare while the other lives comfortably. In Alaska, a prenup holds weight only if it's signed voluntarily by both parties. You have to be able to prove you didn't force your spouse-to-be to sign the agreement by threatening physical or psychological harm. If the other party isn't enthusiastic about the agreement but signs it anyway, that's not considered force. A prenup can also be thrown out in court if either party withholds information at the time of signing it. To make sure that you avoid this situation, you might want to get an accountant's help with preparing a personal financial statement to attach to the prenup. This can make it more difficult to challenge in court. Once the terms are agreed on, both parties should sign the prenup. It's advisable to do so in front of a notary public, though it's not necessary. We're eForms, the world's biggest database of legal documents. Click the link to download a fillable prenuptial agreement that will hold up in Alaskan court. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos that can help you navigate through the legalities of marriage and divorce.